how to invest with Robinhood using gold margin. That is what I'm going to explain to you today. I hope that this video adds a lot of value to you, and please keep this in mind. Using margin is like playing with the devil. It can burn you really badly, so this is definitely not recommended. You actually should not be using margin unless there's very specific circumstances where you're an experienced investor and you can take advantage and take the risk and end up winning in the upside. Still decided to make this video to help any of you understand in case you want to do this in the future. So let's get started. What is going on? Flaming Profits here, back with another brand new video for all of you. If you are new here, what in the world are you waiting for? Hit the red subscribe button right now so that you join the Flaming Profits community. We teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. I teach you everything I know, strategies that I've used to make thousands of dollars in profits in the stock market. So it's basically a shortcut for financial success through investing in the stock market. Make sure you like this video, it really helps me out. So like the click button right now. Alright, do you want $10? Go ahead and get it with M1 Finance. Free $10 as soon as you get started investing with them. What about 2 free stocks? Yeah, 2 free stocks to WeBull. Get them with the link in the description. I'll have the M1 Finance link as well. And then if you want a free stock with Robinhood, you can get that as well. And then this is my favorite link. You get $50 of absolutely free spending money with Discovered Secure Credit Card. This card helped me get a higher credit score, so I highly recommend it. And it's $50 of free spending money just by signing up for the card. No reason why not to do it. All the links are going to be in the description. Let's get started. So this is my Robinhood brokerage. Pretty good day in the market. I'm going all in on Facebook. I'm very heavy into the stock right now, and I'm looking forward to their earnings on October 29th after hours. So let's take a look here. So you're gonna go to the menu, and as you see here, this will show you more information, detailed information regarding your account. And let's take a closer look here. Alright, so what is margin investing in the first place? So margin investing is very risky. It is very risky because you are basically borrowing money for a fixed interest rate to use to invest into stocks. And the reason this is risky is because, first of all, you should never borrow money. Second is stocks, especially individual stocks, they fluctuate a lot. It's not like a house where basically the price is going to be steady over time. It could go down or up in value, but it's not going to change dramatically every single day like stocks do. So that is why banks actually don't give you loans to invest in the stock market. Have you noticed how you can't really go to a bank and ask for a loan to invest in more stocks? That's not what they do because they know this is not safe. But most brokerages do offer this, like Robinhood. So how much does it cost to borrow money with Robinhood Margin Gold? So first, you have to be a Robinhood Gold member, and that is a monthly fee of $5. I'll explain exactly what Robinhood Gold is, but basically it's like a premium membership for Robinhood where they give you more research into individual stocks. So they have a report on every single stock you want to look at, where you get to analyze the stock in pretty easy to read pages that they offer you. They also give you some features like you can deposit money quicker and stuff like that. I'll show you all the details in a little bit. But yeah, so they're going to charge you $5 per month because you have to be a Robinhood Gold member. And how much margin can you borrow? You can borrow up to double what you have invested or what you have in your account. So if you have $10,000, you can borrow another $10,000. If you have $100,000 in your account, whether it's invested or just in buying power, you can get $100,000 more. And if you look at the settings, Once you start using margin, it's going to tell you how much margin you've used, what the yearly interest rate is, which Robinhood charges 5%, and I'll do a quick comparison about how much Robinhood charges compared to other brokerages. And then the unpaid interest is how much you're going to be billed that month for using Robinhood Gold margin. Paying this fee can be absolutely worth it if you're making thousands of dollars in profit. It's all about how you're using it, but you definitely do not want to lose money using Robinhood Gold, because you're going to be in a big issue if you lose money doing this. That's why you have to be very safe and only do this if you're an experienced investor. Alright, so let's take a look at the comparison now. So this is going to compare Robinhood with Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and TD Ameritrade. So as you see, if you are going to invest with margin, Robinhood is probably the easiest and the cheapest way for you to use margin to invest. So I highly recommend, if you're going to do this with Robinhood. They make it very easy and simple to do it, and also to understand it. Alright, so now under the menu, and you click on your account, and then you click on Robinhood Gold, I'm going to show you what other options you have in terms of margin investing. Alright, so you can have this enabled by on or off. You can choose whether you want to use margin investing. Just because you have Robinhood Gold, it doesn't mean that you have to use margin. It just gives you the option. And then we also have something called margin spending. So Robinhood actually lets you use the margin to deposit into your checking account in case you need it for something else. Like I said, this is all very risky, so you should definitely not do any of this, but they do let you do that as an option, and they will charge you the 5%. And I'm going to do a breakdown of how much this 5% is and how it's calculated. So yeah, the monthly fee, the unpaid interest, and the next billing date. So I like how they lay out all the information that you're going to need. If you click on margin spending, you can turn that off if you want to avoid using that, because it could get you in trouble if you choose to do it. So you can easily disable it in the app. That is pretty cool. For margin investing, they do let you control how much you want to borrow through setting a borrowing limit for yourself. So let's say you want to only use $5,000 worth of margin, then you can set a limit to your account. That way Robinhood will not let you borrow more than that. And then you can disable the limit whenever you want to. So it's pretty cool. And I forgot to mention this, Robinhood has this feature for first-time Robinhood Gold users where they let you borrow $1,000 for free without charging you any interest. I mean, as long as you pay back the $1,000 through your gains when you sell the stock. But yeah, so for the first $1,000, they won't charge you any interest. They just charge you for anything after that $1,000 that you borrow. So if you want to use this, the fastest way will be for you to open up your Robinhood account, sign up for Robinhood Gold, and then have $1,000 in your account, then borrow $1,000, so you'll have $2,000 that you can use to invest. And Robinhood will not charge you the 5% whatsoever, because you're only using $1,000 worth of margin. Alright, story time. So what is Robinhood Gold? Robinhood Gold is basically a suite of powerful tools, data, and strategies to supercharge your Robinhood account. With Gold, you're going to get access to 4 premium features. Like I said, bigger instant deposits, professional research from Morningstar, Level 2 market data from NASDAQ. The Level 2 data basically tells you how much the stock is selling in real time, and you can actually see other people's orders for the stock. It's a little bit more if you're into day trading. Everyday normal investors should really not be using that. And access to investing on margin. So that's really all it is with Robinhood Gold. And they are going to charge you $5 a month to sign up for this. And like I said, for new members with Robinhood Gold, they're going to give you their first $1,000 of margin included. But after your trial ends, you will be charged $5 every 30 days at the beginning of your billing cycle. If you use more than $1,000 of margin, you'll pay 5% yearly interest on the amount you use, above $1,000. So your first $1,000 will be free. Your interest is calculated daily and charged to your account at the end of each billing cycle. So kind of like the billing statement that I showed you. To make this even more clear, here's how Robinhood defines margin investing. Investing on margin means that you're borrowing money from Robinhood to buy stocks. This lets you invest more money, your own money plus borrowed money, for greater potential gains, important, or losses. It also gives you flexibility with your cash. If you see an opportunity in the market and want to invest more, you can invest right away without needing to make a deposit from your bank. When you sign up for Robinhood Gold, you'll receive extra buying power. This represents money that you're allowed to borrow from us to invest. There is definitely a lot of risk when you use margin. It can basically ruin your life. With margin investing, the returns on any stocks bought on margin directly affect your account value, whether they're positive or negative. If the stock loses value, the losses will be deducted from your account value, not the funds you borrowed. So it is possible for margin to increase your losses. So for example, let's suppose you have $2,000 in your account and own $4,000 of Meow. $2,000 with your own cash and $2,000 with margin that you borrowed from Robinhood. If Meow decreases by 25%, your portfolio of Meow stock will drop to $3,000 in value. However, you will still borrow the $2,000 from Robinhood, and you need to pay that back. Since the value of your total portfolio, but you owe $2,000, your account is now worth $1,000. I'm going to explain how daily interest is calculated for the margin that you used. The daily interest rate is 5% divided by 360. So for example, if you use $3,000 of margin, we'll calculate 28 cents of daily interest as follows. So the first $1,000 are free, so they're only going to charge you for the $2,000. So they're going to do 2,000 times 5% divided by 360, which is 28 cents per day, plus the $5 monthly. That's how they calculate the total daily interest. If you want to increase how much margin you have available, all you have to do is deposit more money into your Robinhood account, and they're going to let you borrow double that, whatever you deposited. A lot of you might have heard of the term margin call, but basically, in the most simple terms, is basically if your stock goes down and goes into the negative when you're using margin, your brokerage will basically force you to sell out of the stocks to recuperate the losses that they had on the margin. That way they know they can be paid back for sure. So they're going to make you sell at a loss. And the only way to prevent this is by depositing more money into your into your Robinhood account, or whatever money they need for you to not go into a margin call. Because if you go to a margin call, Robinhood has the power and they will sell your stocks at a loss. So that's one of the risks that you're taking by investing with margin. That is why it's not very recommended, because even though you might be profitable with the stock in the future, if it goes to a certain negative balance, Robinhood will not like that, and they're going to make you sell out of the position by force. Alright, so here we go. We have this video that introduces you to what Robinhood margin is, how to use it if you plan on doing so. But like I said, this is very, very risky. Normal investors and beginners should never use margin. Margin is only used under very, very specific circumstances, and you have to make sure that you're experienced and that you're definitely going to win on the upside, because if you don't, the charges can be deadly. So I do not recommend this for anyone. If you can avoid using margin, then do it, because you definitely do not want to get involved with margin unless you have a lot of experience in very, very specific circumstances. I really hope that all of you learn a lot from this video. Make sure you like the video. I would really appreciate that from you. If you have any questions for me, leave me the questions down below in the comment section. And I have one thing to ask from you. Have you ever used margin Have you ever wanted to use it? What has stopped you from doing so? And if you have used margin, I want to hear more of your experience with margin. I'm really curious how your experience went. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribers. I really appreciate it. Make sure you join the Flaming Profits community by hitting the red subscribe button and liking this video. I would really appreciate that. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll definitely see all of you in the next video. Peace.
Keep on making those profits.